A lot of times when I'm writing songs, I like to use paradoxes and the use of contrary elements to kind of represent the complexity of emotions, and Silent Conversations is such a good example of that, because when I was actually writing the song, I was imagining a conversation in my head, but conversations in themselves are so complex, and a lot of times we don't say the things that we really want to say. I wanted to create a song where the lyrics represent that broader theme. How can I be the most authentic person by saying the things that I need to say?
I think people will be able to relate to Silent Conversations simply because I think it's a situation that everyone's been in. Maybe like post-breakup situation, you're meeting up again for the first time and the conversation is just a little tentative and awkward, and you're not necessarily going all that deep. You're just like testing the waters.
So I think people would really appreciate the song, because in any good pop song or pop art, I think the most important thing is when you can have layer of like understanding. And for me at least, because I'm not from that country, English is not my language, I'm not gonna really pay attention to the lyrics first, but I know that sometimes when something is good, if it grabs your attention, it pulls you out of what you're doing, and then you maybe sit down and you really listen to it, and then eventually, oh wow, that's actually cool. I can totally relate to that.
As an album title track, Silent Conversations sort of sets the stage for this idea that all these songs are Lakin's deeper thoughts and feelings that use music to be expressed where words would fail anyway. And in this particular case, it uses this a little bit more literal example of a conversation between two characters where what's being said doesn't actually encompass all that's going on underneath. And I think that's just a really interesting way of setting the stage for this whole collection of songs, and also says something about the power of music as a communicator.
When I was first trying to figure out what I wanted to name the album, I came back to Silent Conversations for a couple reasons. I think it makes people wonder what that actually means, which is kind of cool. But I think the second reason was because I wanted to name the album something that would be representative of this specific season of time, these songs that I've written about my life, and also the authenticity of the songs and how hard that is to achieve true vulnerability. All of the songs have different aspects of the highs and lows and everything in between, the heartbreak, the joy. And so I feel like Silent Conversations is a really good representation of that vulnerability. Something like that. Cool?
Dig.
All right.
Yay! That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
Gotta get high with your mother.
Is it in the frame?
Yep. No, the mic is fine.
What about if I lower it?
Still good. Still good.
What about now?
Yeah, still good.
Okay.
That should be enough, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Speak for a second.
You like that tune?
I do, actually.
Yeah, I think a good version of Me definitely includes Child's Play.
Well, I agree with that.
You can talk about the mix too.
Yeah, you can talk about
Yeah,
the mix.
I'm thinking about.
What about
What about the mix? What about the mix?
What about the mix?
Right? What about the mix?
What about the mix?
Yeah, what about the mix? What about the mix?
What about it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for some reason on that one, I felt that was really more overseeing, I guess. I mean, I was there, but it's the... What did I do on that one, really? Do you know what I mean?